Every year, nearly 4 million Americans over the age of 65 end up in the emergency room, not from car accidents, not from serious illness, but from falling while walking. And here's what most doctors never get the chance to tell you. The number one cause of those falls is not a slippery floor, it's not weak bones, it's not even poor balance. It's a specific walking mistake that almost every senior over 65 is making right now, without knowing it. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what this mistake is, why it gets worse as you age, and 3 simple corrections you can start doing today on your very next walk. But first, I need to tell you about something that happens inside your body after the age of 60, something that most people never connect to falling. Stay with me. This could change how you walk and keep you safe for the rest of your life. According to the CDC, falls are the leading cause of injury and injury-related death among adults 65 and older. The National Institutes of Health has been studying why healthy, active seniors fall on perfectly flat ground with no obstacle in sight. And what their researchers found was surprising, even to experienced physical therapists. The answer isn't where most people look. Let me tell you about Margaret, 73 years old, active her entire life. She walked 45 minutes every single morning, rain or shine, for 20 years. She had no balance problems, no joint pain worth mentioning. Her doctor called her a model patient. Then, one Tuesday morning in April, Margaret tripped on a perfectly flat sidewalk. No ice, no crack in the pavement, no obstacle at all. She fell forward. She broke her hip in the hospital. Her physical therapist noticed something, not in Margaret's balance, not in her muscles, in the way her feet were moving when she walked. And that discovery is what I want to share with you today. The mistake is something called reduced minimum toe clearance. Plain English, here's what that means. Every time you take a step, your foot has to swing forward and clear the ground. In younger adults, that clearance, the space between your toe and the floor, is about ½ an inch. After 60, that gap starts shrinking. For many seniors, it drops to just a few millimeters. That's thinner than a credit card. So when Margaret walked on that sidewalk, her toe didn't catch a crack. It barely grazed the surface, less than 2 millimeters of contact. And that was enough. She went down. So, why does this happen? Why do our feet stop clearing the ground the way they used to? 2 reasons, and they work together. First, sarcopenia. That's the medical term for age-related muscle loss. According to the NIH, after the age of 60, we lose between 3 and 5% of muscle mass every decade, sometimes more. The muscles that lift your foot in your shin and ankle become weaker over time. Second, nerve signals slow down. Research shows that as we age, the motor nerve fibers, the ones that send signals from your brain to your leg muscles, begin to decline. The message still gets sent, but it arrives a fraction of a second slower. A fraction of a second, that's all it takes. Your brain says, lift, your foot responds, just barely too late. And instead of clearing the ground cleanly, your toe grazes the surface. That's why seniors trip on nothing. Now here's the part most videos skip, and this is actually the most important thing I'll tell you today. It's not just your feet you need to work on. It's one specific muscle that most seniors completely ignore, and strengthening it takes less than 60 seconds a day. I'll show you that in just a moment. But first, let me walk you through the 3 corrections. Correction 1, the conscious heel-to-toe walk. Most seniors develop a flat-footed shuffle without realizing it. Instead, on your next walk, think heel first, then roll to toe. Say it in your head as you walk. Heel, roll, toe. This forces your brain to re-engage the muscles that lift your foot. Do this for just 5 minutes of every walk. That's enough to start rebuilding the pattern. Correction 2, the 30-second ankle activation. Before you leave for your walk, stand near a wall for support. Lift your right toes up toward your shin. Hold 2 seconds. Lower. Repeat 10 times per foot. This wakes up the tibialis anterior, the muscle on the front of your shin. That is the exact muscle responsible for lifting your foot during every step. Research in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity shows that targeted ankle activation exercises can meaningfully improve toe clearance in seniors over 65. Correction 3. The toe tap exercise. This takes 60 seconds. Seated in a chair, tap your toes on the floor rapidly, alternating feet for 30 seconds. Then rest. Repeat once. This builds the nerve-to-muscle connection that slows down with age. The more you practice this signal, the faster your foot responds when it matters. This is the 60-second habit that Margaret's physical therapist gave her. 3 weeks after her hip healed, Margaret started those 3 corrections. She went back to her morning walks. Not slower, not shorter, just safer and more confident than she'd felt in years. Independence. The ability to walk out your front door, move through your day, and come home safely. That matters more than almost anything else as we get older. You don't have to accept that falling is just part of aging. Most falls are preventable, and it starts with understanding what's actually happening in your body and making small, smart adjustments. So let's recap. The number 1 walking mistake causing falls in seniors over 65 is reduced foot clearance, caused by muscle loss and slower nerve signals with age. Fix it with 3 corrections: the heel-to-toe conscious walk, the 30-second ankle activation before you go out, and the 60-second toe tap exercise daily. Start tomorrow morning. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had a close call while walking? Maybe your toe caught on carpet, or you stumbled on a step you didn't see. Comment below and tell me. Your experience might help someone watching this right now. And if you want to go deeper, I have another video that covers the 5 walking mistakes that are secretly weakening your legs after 60. Watch that one next. That video is right here. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.